Hello and welcome, ladies, gentlemen, and all Pokemon in this stadium. It's time for the final of the physical special tournament. We once again face off against Tyler, but before we go to the battle, I have one other thing to do. Normally, in my round 1 videos, I not only explain the rules, but I also give an overview of what team I built. I forgot to do that. So instead of doing that randomly in the middle in round 3, I decided I'll do that before the finals. So, here is my team. Starting us off with Lycanroc. Lycanroc Dusk. New form of Lycanroc that came in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Making use of that Tough Claw's ability to give us some extra power. Decided to go with just Accelerock as its rock move, which has worked, but also has worked against me. Focus Sash counter on this one. Next up, we have Suicune. Suicune, a Pokemon that usually makes use of one or at least two status moves, but that isn't possible in this tournament. I did want a Pokemon that was at least somewhat defensive in its stats, and Suicune was the one I found for that. Decided to go with Mirror Coat as one of its moves to make it work. Then, Kommo-o. Arguably the most dangerous one due to the fact that it has a Z move, Clangorous Soulblaze. If I can get that off, that becomes a really dangerous Kommo-o, especially considering it also has Drain Punch, then the amazing power of Close Combat, and then Iron Head for Fairies, which is very weak to. Then, Landorus. Landorus Therian, the Pokemon that I almost always opened with in this tournament. Stealth Rock, Knockoff, a good Earthquake, and then a U-turn on this Landorus. As a 5th member, I have Princess, the Tapu Lele. Choice Scarf setting up that Psychic Terrain, which messed both myself and my opponent up with the fact that it stops priority, but only on Pokemon that are used on Pokemon that are affected. It took a little while before me to get used to that. And then finally, Magearna. Similar to a Magearna I've used in previous tournaments, and not quite the same. This one being an Assault Vest Magearna with Fleur Cannon, but also with Iron Head to give it a physical option, if that would be better, depending on the opponent's defensive stats, and also if my special attack would be lowered by Fleur Cannon. Alright, with these 6 Pokemon, could I beat Tyler for the second time after having beaten them 2-0 in round 4 of Swiss? Let's see, it's the final. Will Tyler dethrone Auke, or will Auke be champion again? Find out now on Dragon Ball Z. Here in Dragon Ball Z, Landorus opens against Kommo-o. They go immediately into Kommo-o. I decide to, okay, switch, need to block the move. The Z move, they don't go for that this time. However, I do have a Fairy type move, so they switch to Muck to not get completely obliterated. I deal under half, which I'm not very happy about. I decide to withdraw their pursuit. I suppose I don't really mind that. They switch. Comes an Earthquake, stops that. We don't actually know anything about that Mischievous yet, so Knockoff. If you like gone, does it do anything? It does! It knows Shadow Ball. We know of a move. But what else Mischievous does, we still don't know. Maleficent comes in. U-turn. A lot of damage. Not quite. A KO, though. They superpower, which doesn't do too much. They get stat boost, but Princess is already much faster, so that's going well. Moonblast. Wasn't going to use Psychic because Malamar fully resists it. Don't do quite as much against Nidoqueen because it resists it. Double switch. And here comes Clangorous Soulblaze. Doesn't do all that much damage, however, the stat boosts are going to be super useful. They Ominous Wind. They still don't get those stat boosts, so I Drain Punch. Don't want to get my defense drops because I'm not too afraid of the damage they're going to deal. So I just Drain Punch twice, get most of my health back. We're looking good with our Kommo-o. They send in their Kommo-o, however, I have Clanging skills. And with the boost on special attack, that's them gone. Muck. Unless just Clanging skills again don't quite make that. They Poison Jab, and I have lowered defense now. And I'm poisoned too. That's good. That's the luck that Tyler needed to have a chance. I sent in Landorus, though. This is going to be dangerous. They sack Maleficent. They fought off Maleficent. That's gone. Nidoqueen comes in. Everything else is weak to Earthquake. Didn't really deal too much damage with Crunch, so that's Nidoqueen gone. Just Muck remaining. That's another Earthquake. King George, the Alolan Muck, is down. And we are one battle away from claiming our 5th title in 6 tournaments. It's going well. When will someone defeat me? Like, I like winning. I'm very, very competitive, both in real life, like both in tournaments, obviously, but also outside of that. I just try to find the competition in even the smallest things sometimes. But I don't want to win all the time. I'm not going to purposely hold back. However, I want to be beaten at my best in a sense. I won't be happy that I lose, but at the same time, I will be happy because that'll make it more interesting. So I think during this tournament already, I started advertising quite a lot more on this Pokemon Showdown itself, and then a few other places legally, like just within the battle. I'll say, hey, you want to join the Discord server? By the way, if you, a viewer of this video, would like to join our Discord server, there's a link in the description that will take you straight to our server. And then once you're in there, I'll help you get settled further by answering any questions you might have. Yeah, I asked quite a lot of people to join in. Decent amount did. So we have a good amount of new people for the next tournament as well. However, we're not quite at the next tournament yet, because we have one more battle, or 2 more battles, to go. I'm hearing things, but I'm not seeing it. This was laggy, wow. That's weird. Okay, anyway, it's Tapu Lele against Malamar. Moonblast, Maleficent, gone. Nice start. Regina comes in. Okay, I'm not too afraid of that. If I just send Landorus and weaken them, Bulldoze doesn't even damage me. They send in Mr. Vest to block the Earthquake. However, I expected that, so a knockoff takes away that item. Another Mr. Vest gone. We still don't know much of what it does. I really am wondering that. Knockoff, Metronome on Scissor is gone. They still don't get their Ominous Wind boost. They just aren't lucky with it. Watch them get it now. No, they still don't. So, Kommo-o comes in. Knockoff. It's not going to do much. Not going to remove an item either. So I just U-turn. Knowing I'm faster. Trying to block the Clangorous Soulblaze. Would have come in. Critical hit Drain Punch. So this could be dangerous. However, they decide to switch into King George because I have Fleur Cannon. I do miss, so this is a chance for them. I have Fleur Cannon again because I don't have lowered special attack. They Poison Jab, probably expecting a switch. That didn't happen. Fleur Cannon again. Doesn't do quite as much, obviously, because of the lower stats. Fire Punch, that hurts. Do I Iron Head? Do I Volt Switch? I Volt Switch out to do some damage. And I do switch into Landorus again, lower their attack. Landorus with that Intimidate and its typing being very useful this tournament. Rocky Helmet, damaging them, but I get poisoned by their Poison Touch. Not just by the poison from Poison Jab, it's Poison Touch this time. Earthquake, they have their Kommo-o, and I just don't want their stat boost to happen. However, I decided to stay in for this one. They probably predicted a switch into Tapu Lele. That's why they used Poison Jab. Didn't work. Because I stayed in. Knock off their Black Sludge. Poison doesn't quite take me out. Knock off. There goes King George. And then the Poison takes a Therian. That's a 5-3 lead. Tapu Lele is looking good. Tapu Lele can do some fancy things. Psychic is super effective against 2 of them, including Regina. Nidoqueen gone 5-2. Does it have Bullet Punch? Well, if it did, it didn't use it. Scissor gone. There comes a low HP Kommo-o, and it's a 5-0 victory. Tapu Lele takes it for the team. I don't think I even sent that Suicune or Lycanroc in this final match. These were the finals against Tyler. Tyler, congratulations. I want to say this wasn't your debut. I think you were in one previous tournament. But either way, taking 2nd place is an amazing feat. Congratulations on doing so with your team. Hope to see you back in many tournaments to come. Thank you everyone for watching this tournament. Hope to see you in the next one. But we're going to try something new. Until then.